Okay. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so it's been like 3 days since I've vlogged. Whoops, or maybe 4. Today's Monday. Anywho, I'm Kevin. I'm still passionate about people and the human experience, and this is my daily vlog that I haven't done in 3 days to record my exquisite moments. So, Friday was really good. I have to get my notes. What did I do? Oh yeah, so Friday was Mother's Day, so I took my mom to go get high tea. So this year I went to London for the second time. And a big thing we do in London is get high tea, so it's really fancy, and they like bring you these trays. There's like 3-tier trays with like scones and these tea sandwiches, and you get really good tea. So I went there with my mom and my best friend Jessica and her 4-year-old niece. And it was really cute, and we just ate so much. Oh my gosh! So I got like soup and like a strawberry salsa, which was great. And then we got the 3-tier, which was like another like sandwiches, scones, which curded butter, which was great. Ugh, I ate so much. Remember, I was like trying to lose weight or trying to get in shape. That didn't happen that day. Anywho, so that was really great. And then, let's see, then I decided to go to my dad's. So my dad lives in the next town over in Destin. By the way, I back in my place in Tallahassee. That's a fun fact. But, anyway, that was random. But, yeah, so I went and saw my dad. So my dad lives in a condo in Destin. It's super freaking cool. It looks like a freaking castle. Like, it's 24 stories. He lives on the 21st story. So it's like you can see everything. It's really awesome. So I went there, we just hung out for a while, and then we went and got dinner, and we got margaritas, because my dad loves to drink. And so of course, you're like pretty tipsy after like one margarita. And he's like, let's go to the bar. And I'm like, oh god, because I'm already like tipsy. So we go to the bar at their condo. And I ordered my first drink, and the guy's like, oh, can I see your ID? I'm like, yeah. And the guy next to me is like, oh, how old are you pretending to be? And I was like, what? I'm 22. Whatever. And he's just like, oh, what do you do? Or I was like, oh, I'm a nurse. And he's like, oh, really? So he starts like quizzing me. He's like asking me like all these anatomical places. He starts like naming all the vessels. And then he's like, I'm a fat, fertile female with nausea and vomiting. So he's like describing gallstones, which I didn't get, and I feel bad about because I should have known that. And so I'm like, obviously this guy knows something. He's like, oh, I'm a vascular surgeon, but I lost my license because of drugs. And I was like, oh, well, that's hard. And so he starts talking. And what I've realized now about being a nurse is that I learned therapeutic communication, which is like how you talk to patients in a caring way, I guess. And so now I just do it without thinking. And so of course now this guy's telling me his whole life story. So he's like, yeah, my daughter died, and now I just drink every night, and my life is just a big, lots of cuss words. And I was like, you know what, man, like, it's your life, do what would make your daughter proud of you, and like, this is your story. And he was like, yeah, I really respect that. And I was like, all right, dude. So then, I don't even know, I ended up moving over to another seat. I think I had gone to the bathroom and came back. And after I sat next to another guy who turns out to be this really cool hockey player. And he's like, yeah, I'm here, my wife and I are divorced. Again, another guy telling me his life story. I'm like, oh, that's really hard. Like, so that just happens, I guess. If you are going to become a nurse, just know that people will tell you their life stories. But that's cool. Anyway, so he kept drinking. And the thing that happens is, when you're in Florida and you're gay, nobody else is gay, so you get really bored when you're drunk. And so, of course, I'm just like flirting with straight guys, which is like maybe dangerous. So after a while, I was like, alright, I'm bored. I'm like, tired and drunk, and these people are all straight. So I ended up going to bed, and we woke up, of course, like hungover, but not too bad, because we had a lot of Powerade. So the next day, I decided to kind of like, alright, I need to go burn off all this alcohol. So I go on this really huge long walk around the condo. So even before that, I like walk all the way down the stairs. So it's 21 flights of stairs, and then walk all the way back up to 24 flights of stairs. And I was like, alright, good. That was like my exercise for the day. And so then I just take the elevator down. I just like walked around the whole area, and it was really cool because it's on a golf course. So I just like did that, and I talked to myself because that's what I do. I just talk to myself out loud. I don't know if that's weird. I mean, that's why I decided to start vlogging because I already talked to myself. But it was really great. I just like made a budget, just thought about moving to Tampa and how that will work. So it was really good. I like enjoyed spending time by myself, and I enjoyed getting to kind of see the nature. It was just because it's a very pretty place. So very much was a tourist. So then I got back and my dad and I watched The Wolverine, which was awesome because I haven't seen that yet, so that was really cool. And it's fun because like it reminds me when I was a kid. My dad is a 5th degree black belt and owned a dojo, which is a fun fact. And so I did karate for like 2 years. I was like blue belt, and I was like, I'm done. But he was like really into it. So when I was a kid, we would watch all of these like action movies. We watched like Steven Seagal and like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We watch all these movies. I get really into it. I would like go and like flip around on the couch and like do back handsprings and like because I was also doing gymnastics at that time. So it was really, I was just like it brought back those memories of like yeah, I'm bonding with my dad watching a karate movie. So that was really fun. And then he was like, oh, let's go to happy hour. And I'm like, oh my god, we like just drank last night. Are you serious? We're going to happy hour right now? But that's what we want to do. So we went to happy hour, and I got like a Corona, and we just like sat there. It's like on the beach, and it's really cool. It's just like all of these people are older, retired, really tan people just drinking, and it was fun. They had a guy singing, and so that was cool. And then we went to Miller's Ale House in Destin, and I got a chicken Philly, and it was really good. And I got to watch, I think Michael Sam got drafted, which is cool. He's the first openly gay football player to be drafted, and so like that was really cool. And I felt like, wow, this is like a big moment, like in gay history. That's cool to like remember that. Then I went back, went to bed. Or not really, we like watched, my dad like is really into fishing shows, like Extreme Tuna, and I was like, okay, so we watched that for a while because that's what we wanted to watch, so, but it was fun, and then I like went to bed. The next day, oh my gosh, the next day we got up, and they're like, alright, we're gonna take you on our walk. So my dad's like trying to get back in shape, and my stepmom's like really in shape, so they walked 2.5 miles down the beach to like a certain, like kind of, it's like a gazebo thing, and then they walk back. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. So I put on my Chacos, which, here's an interesting tip. Don't wear Chacos on a 5-mile walk, because that will hurt, and it did. So, and I'm like, I don't want to complain, because I'm supposed to be the one who's most in shape. But it's like, I started like bleeding, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so long. And also my dad's like asking me my life plan, and I'm like, look Dad, I'm done planning right now. This is my week off. I plan my life all the time. All I want to do is not plan. My plan is to not plan. That's what it is right now. Until like Tuesday. Then I'll start studying for the NCLEX and whatever. So anyway, we get back, I take a shower, and my mom calls. She's like, oh, we're going to go strawberry picking today. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I drive back to my house in Niceville. And we like get in the car and we go to Baker, I believe is where it is. And it's really cool. They have this like big strawberry field, and you can like go pick your own strawberries. And then once you're done, you can like buy strawberry shortcake, and they like put strawberry frozen yogurt on it and like sliced strawberries, and it's really good. So I met my stepsister and her family there. So she's married and has a kid, and they're super cute. So it was really fun. We got to meet with them, hang out with them. It was just a really fun time. I haven't seen them in a while, so it's cool to see them. And it's like weird now that I like have a college degree and I'm like kind of an adult. It's kind of a weird feeling of like, yeah, I'm not the kid anymore. Like, I'm just this other person. Yeah, so we went back, took a nap, which was great. And then that night, we made gyros for dinner, which was great. Really good. Went on a walk with my mom, which is great. That's kind of like my bonding time with my mom. We like go and take the dogs on a walk, and we just talk, and it's really fun. And then we got back, we opened a bottle of champagne for Mother's Day and had some Havarti cheese, that's how you say it. And we like, they're remodeling their house, which is really nice. She has a Pinterest, she's really into that. And she was like showing me all the different backsplashes for the bathroom, and like we talked about the different flooring, and I was like, I really don't care, but like, more power to you. I'm glad you guys are excited. I just want you guys to sell the house and move into something smaller. But that was exciting, that was fun and bonding. So then I went to bed, got up today, and I was like, alright, I'm going to drive back to Tallahassee, which is where I am now, because I want to move out of my apartment, because I want to move back home to work in Destin over the summer. And oh my gosh, I like get on the road and it's like the apocalypse is coming. it's like super dark, and I'm like, oh god, I hate driving in the rain. Mostly because I don't have really good windshield wipers, and even though I know how to replace windshield wipers because I've done it like 10 times, I just like haven't for this car yet. And so it's like super scary. And you know, like when it's get like really dark and like starts to rain and you can't see and everyone turns their lights on, but they also turn on their hazard lights. You're like, oh, you know it's getting real. Like hazard lights are coming on. So I'm like, you turn off the music, like that's gonna help you see better. But I did that. I was like, okay, we were driving like 20 miles an hour. I'm like, all right, Jesus, you know, take the wheel. Anyway, so I survived. But it was like, I was like lightning strikes everywhere. It was really cool. So I love driving because it gives me time to talk to myself like I already do. But like just like thought about my summer and I was like, all right, this is how I'm gonna bond with my parents, and just like really thought about it. So that was really good. Got back, saw my roommate, talked with her for a while. Then I watched this great movie that one of my professors suggested. She's a trans advocate. She very much advocates for the trans community. She's like, you need